Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an aging farmer who had to retire from tending the fields due to his old age. Unable to work like he used to, he would spend his days sitting on the porch, gazing out at the sprawling land he had dedicated his life to. His son, who now took care of the farm, would occasionally glance up from his toiling and see his father there, seemingly idle. Frustration grew within the son. He couldn't understand why his father didn't contribute anything anymore. In his mind, the old man had become useless. This feeling of resentment continued to build until one day, the son couldn't bear it any longer. In a fit of exasperation, he decided to teach his father a lesson. The son began constructing a wooden coffin and, once it was completed, he dragged it over to the porch where his father sat. With a stern expression, he ordered his father to climb inside. The old farmer, without uttering a word, obliged and nestled himself within the confines of the coffin. As the son closed the lid, a sense of finality filled the air. The son, determined to make his point, began pulling the coffin towards a high cliff that overlooked the vast expanse of their farmland. He could feel the weight of his father's presence, both physically and emotionally, as he approached the edge of the precipice. Just as he was about to let go and send the coffin hurtling down into the abyss, a faint tapping sound emerged from within. Intrigued and bewildered, the son opened the lid of the coffin. To his surprise, his father lay there peacefully, looking up at him with serene eyes. The old farmer spoke calmly, "I understand that you wish to cast me off this cliff, but before you do, may I offer you a suggestion?" Curiosity piqued, the son inquired, "What is it, father?" With a gentle smile, the father replied, "If you feel compelled to discard me, then by all means, do so. However, I implore you to save this well-crafted wooden coffin. You never know when your own children might find themselves in need of it." In that moment, the son was struck by a profound realization. He had allowed his frustration and impatience to blind him to the value of his father's wisdom and experience. He had forgotten the importance of respecting one's elders and the legacy they leave behind. The old farmer had taught his son a valuable lesson without uttering a single word of admonishment. From that day forward, the son's heart softened, and he treated his father with the reverence and gratitude he deserved. He recognized the immeasurable worth of his father's presence, not just for himself but for future generations as well. The moral of the story is this: let us not dismiss the elderly or underestimate their significance in our lives. They carry with them a wealth of knowledge, wisdom, and experience that is irreplaceable. We must cherish and honor them, for their lessons and stories have the power to shape our lives and guide us through the challenges we face. After all, someday, we too may become the ones who leave behind a legacy for our children and grandchildren.